Now we'll talk about zip. Zip is a function that creates a list of tuples out of two lists. So it's basically, or two or three or more lists. So it's basically like zipping two lists together, hence the name. So an example is probably better than words. So let's see an example here. I have two lists, X and Y, and I zip them together, and then I print the output. And you can see that what zip did is pick the 0th element in both and make a pair, pick the first element in both, make a pair, a second, and so on. So the lists usually have the same lengths, but this is not a requirement. And if they don't have the same length, then the shortest one wins if you want. And the Python starts zipping and stops as soon as one of the two stops. You don't need to zip exactly two lists. You can zip more. So here we create triples out of three different lists. And you can use zip in conjunction with the star operators to unzip a list. So let's see this. So here, so far nothing new. I'm zipping two lists together, and this is zipped lists. And then I can basically unzip the lists. And you see here that the output is exactly the two original lists now given as tuples. Okay, so if I test equality with the original one, you see that I have true. So what does this star do? Well, this star will basically unzip the whole thing and then rezip it in a nice way, matching exactly what we wanted to do. So this does not work. It only works as an argument because we're calling here a function zip on star zipped list. So this here are positional arguments. I just don't specify how many of them there are. And so the idea is that zip on those with an arbitrary number of positional arguments will zip those five. Now I have five tuples or five lists that I'm zipping together. So it will take the 0th element here in each, 5, -5, -4, -3, -2, -1, and then it will take the first, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it will create two lists with those. So you can also use zip in a loop, and this is quite classical. So if you have here questions and answers, you can zip over QA the questions and answer. So what is your name? It's Pinky. What is your aim? It's to conquer the world. What's your partner? It's Brain. Okay, so this was a quick example for zip.